Hello and welcome to this video on factorising linear expressions. So in this video we're going to be looking at how to factorise linear expressions. So I've got a little picture that illustrates what that actually is. So when you are factorising an expression, it's simply putting it into brackets using factors, hence the word factorise. And we can see an example here. So in this particular example, we've got 3 and we've got 6 there. So the highest common factor of 3 and 6 is the number 3. So that goes on the outside of the brackets. And then we've got to do 3x divided by 3, which will give us x, which is therefore on the left side of the bracket on the inside. And then we've got to do 6 divided by 3, which is 2, which is why we have this 2 on the right hand side of your bracket. Okay, let's look at some other examples of this then. Okay, so here's your first example, so pause your video and have a go. Okay, so if we look at the numbers we have here, we've got 4 and 8. So the highest common factor of 4 and 8 is just 4. So that means the 4 is going to go on the outside of the bracket. And then if we look at the inside, we're going to have a subtraction in the middle because we've got a subtraction here. So we have got to do 4x divided by 4, which will give us x on the left hand side here. And then we are going to do minus 8 divided by 4, which will give us minus 2, which we have on the right hand side of the brackets. So there's your final answer there. We've got 4 on the outside and x minus 2 on the inside. Okay, here's your second example then. So in this particular example, 5 is the highest common factor of 35 and 45. That's the highest number that goes into both of them. So that's going to go on the outside of the brackets, and then inside we've got 7x add 9. That's because if you do 35x divided by 5, you get 7x. And then on the right hand side, if you do 45 divided by 5, that will give you 9. Okay, third question then. So on this one, 2 is the highest common factor of 50 and 42. That's the highest number that goes into both of them. So that goes on the outside of the brackets. And if we look at the first part of our expression here, well, 50x divided by 2 will give you the 25x just here. And then minus 42 divided by 2 will give you the subtract 21 on the right hand side of your bracket. Okay, slightly different approach to this one then. So on this one, you will notice you've got an x there and an x there. Now that does impact your final answer on this one. So first of all, pause your video and have a go, and then I'll talk you through why this one is a little bit different. Okay, so if we just take a look at the actual numbers, we've got 36 and 3 there. So 3 is the highest number that goes into both of those numbers. So that's definitely going to be on the right hand side. Now we have also got an x here and an x here. We've got x squared there and x there. And x is the highest common factor of x squared. So x goes into x once, and then because you've got x squared, it's also a factor of this as well. So that means the x is going to be on the outside of the brackets on this one. And then if we do the inside, we've got an addition in the middle. And if we look at this first bit, we've got 36x squared divided by 3x, which will give us 12x on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we've got 3x divided by 3x, which is just going to give us the number 1 on that right-hand side there. And there is your final answer. So just be aware, if you've got the same letter on the left and the right of a linear expression, it will be on the outside of the brackets as well. So let's have a look at this final example then. Okay, so on this one, in terms of our numbers, 6 is the highest common factor of 30 and 36. And then we've again got the x squared and the x. So that is the highest common factor. X is the highest common factor of those. So we're going to have 6x on the outside. And then if you divide this by 6x, you will get 5x. And if you divide this by 6x, you will get minus 6 on the right-hand side. Okay, thank you very much for listening to this video. I will do another one on factorising quadratics, but that's it for factorising linear expressions. So thanks very much for listening. Bye-bye.